Okay, Stephen Brown has just released another video debunking the Nazca Mummies. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, I was hoping to take tonight off. It's still a holiday weekend here. My wife has a 4-day weekend and I was hoping to take it easy, but I saw this video and I knew I had to respond to it. Stephen Brown, professor of philosophy, has given basically a class talking about this issue, expounding on his points from Matt Ford's The Good Trouble show the other day. Basically, the mummies are all fake, etc., and the Nazca people may have created them because they did have some ET contact and they were trying to replicate the beings that they encountered. Hey, you know, possible, who knows, right? But probably not. Why not? Well, I'll get to that. But he does have some interesting points, and I would love to hear an actual researcher that has examined the mummies speak out in response to his points. You know, the similarities of the llama skull and the Nazca being skull, or the little guys, the llama heads. let's not let that be the name. But the little guys. You know, there are definitely startling similarities, and if there were llama proteins found in those specimens, then obviously that needs to be addressed by somebody who has actually studied the mummies and who has come out previously as being an advocate of the theory that they were once living beings. We can't just get all our information from debunkers, right? But yeah, Stephen Brown and his team, because he now has some analysts that are specialists apparently, well, they have come out with this theory that, yeah, llama heads, etc., and there's more. We'll get into it. His team is composed of specialists apparently, but they are all anonymous. Now, to be fair, of the 50 doctors and scientists that have studied the mummies so far and who have authenticated them as once living beings, a lot of those are still anonymous. I don't have a problem with that. Now, a lot of them aren't anonymous. We have a pathologist from the Mexican Navy. We have an award-winning forensic specialist in America. We have medically trained professors from Peru. We have a lot of people that have come out speaking favorably about the mummies and how they were once living beings, and we know their names and their credentials. We don't have that for the people that Stephen Brown is working with. Okay, but here's what he says. In order to build a Nazca mummy, one of the little guys, you take a llama, you kill the llama, you kill a monkey, you get some sort of reptilian being, maybe a lizard, and you stick the llama head on the monkey body, you cut off some fingers and some toes, and you cover it all in some lizard skin or something like that, and boom, you've got a Nazca mummy. What are the flaws in that? Well, do you think the Nazca people of the time would be able to create that again and again? Because there are dozens, possibly 100 or more of these beings. Do you think the Nazca people would be able to do that in such a fashion that it would fool 50 plus doctors and scientists and the battery of equipment, scans, etc., that they have brought to bear in studying the mummies, again, authenticating them as intact, whole, once living beings? These beings have eggs. Monkeys don't have eggs. I guess they could have inserted them. You know, they have connective tissue between the head and the body. They have arteries connecting them. They have intact skin. Now, Stephen Brown says that maybe the skin isn't intact, that maybe some resin was used in some patches where there was no skin. So I would love to see, again, a response from one of the researchers that has come out favorably on the mummies, addressing that point and all the other points, because we really need the researchers that have studied the mummies to come out addressing this. Unfortunately, I feel like they are just done. They are over. They've been debunking the llama skull theory forever, including the guy that originally popularized popularized the llama skull theory in a scientific paper. Even he doesn't believe in the llama skull theory. He said he only put that out there because it was the only way to get that paper published and to bring this information to the scientific community. But yeah, so these beings, they have intact skin until somebody else says otherwise. A forensic specialist, an award-winning American forensic specialist, has said that Maria is a genuinely tridactyl being, and if she is genuinely tridactyl, it's very likely that the others are as well. They've got eggs. In the case of the little guys, there's at least 2 specimens that were pregnant when they died with eggs. We have scans of at least one of those eggs showing what looks like a fetus inside that egg. It has not been shown to be any sort of known creature. The fetus inside of a, alligator egg or a lizard egg or something like that, because the eggs themselves were reptilian. He also seems to think that Maria is fake, and again, we've had a forensic specialist authenticate Maria as a once-living tridactyl being. He also had good things to say about the other specimens as well, saying that they were non-human. Also, I believe it was Maria, and I'm just speaking off the cuff here, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Maria that had grapes in her digestive tract, grapes that did not come from the New World. They came from the Old World, obviously hinting at some system of trade or communication with places beyond the New World. So how did that happen? Obviously something interesting was going on there. So yeah, these beings seem to have been once living, intact, whole beings, complete with organs, eggs, connective tissue, just intact whole beings, just the way you would think a once living being would be. But Stephen Brown, he does have some good points, and I would love to see them addressed by somebody that studied the Nazca mummies. I do think that those scientists and doctors are tired of dealing with this llama skull theory, and also they may not be aware of Stephen Brown and his theories and the impact they may be having on the English-speaking world. There's a huge language barrier problem associated with all this. The researchers, whether they're Japanese or German or South American or Mexican, there's only a few English-speaking researchers that we have. So I encourage them to come forward and, respond, favorably or not, to Stephen Brown's theories and ideas on the Nazca mummies, because that's what we need. Until that happens, in a way that is debunking Stephen Brown's theories, we're not going to make as much forward momentum in the public consciousness as we could and should, and also galvanize the scientific community to investigate them, which of course is what we could and should do, because this is UFO disclosure, guys. The Nazca mummies are UFO disclosure, but they're not. It's not UFO disclosure if people think they're llama heads. So, it's an unfortunate situation. Again, I think he has some interesting points. I would love to see them addressed, but I don't see any way for them to have been constructs or dolls made by the Nazca people 1,000 to 7,000 years ago. Remember, there are implants in these bodies that are fused to the bone and the flesh, meaning that the beings were alive when the implants were put in, not monkey corpses. Stephen Brown doesn't provide any explanation for any of that, nor does he provide any explanation for connective vascular tissue and so on. But he does have some good points, and again, I really encourage any scientists or doctors that have studied the mummies to come forward giving their own analysis and rebuking or rebutting, if possible, Stephen Brown's points. Or hey, if they agree with him, then that's great too. We need more information one way or another. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the like button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. There are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.